Welcome to the Maps for Kids Showcase. I'm your host, Teirney Tinnin. I'm happy to have you join us for another look inside Oklahoma City Public Schools as we discuss the programs and initiatives in place that improve academics for the 43,000 students the district serves. Leaders in the Oklahoma City Public School District have a well-thought-out plan in place to meet the educational needs of students in the district. The OKCPS strategic plan is the topic of our first segment on the showcase today. And joining us now is OKCPS Deputy Superintendent Sandra Park. Welcome to the showcase for the first time.
Thank you. I'm so thrilled to be here.
And glad to have you here. Tell us how the district developed this 5-year plan.
Well, about 2.5 years ago, our Board of Education met in a retreat, and they really decided that in order for us to stay focused and know what successes we're having and be able to measure those successes, we needed to have a plan that was clearly defined on what the expectations of staff and for students would be, and then how we were going to define success to our public. And so during that meeting, rather than developing the plan themselves just as a board, they really wanted to go out and get community input and community thoughts and hear what the community's vision was for our school district. And so from that meeting, we worked for almost a year, developing a very well laid out, thoughtful, strategic plan that we think has solutions for everyone in the community, but mainly for our students.
When you went out and you spoke to the community members, was there an overarching theme that you found that they really wanted as part of this plan, and how are we addressing that?
There was. We came up with 4 statements of end results. Let me give you a little background on how we developed that. We went out to our principals first, and our principals went to every teacher in the district at their sites, and they gave us feedback into what they saw as the needs for our students. Then we had 4 community meetings and invited parents across the district. Actually, prior to that, we met with our PTA, our district PTA, and listened to our parents first. After we visited out in 4 community meetings, we brought a group of students, which was great fun. We brought 3 students from every middle school and every high school together at the United Way building, and we asked them the same questions that we'd ask everyone else. We compiled all of that data. We gathered a group of 60 individuals. We called it our strategic plan committee, 60 individuals that represented just every possible group in Oklahoma City that cares about kids. We had agency representations. We had the faith-based folks there. Of course, our city council members were very involved in the plan, as well as our we had school board members, our foundation members, Chamber of Commerce. So we felt like we were very well represented across the district. Parents, students, teachers were all a part of that. The questions that we asked were, what are the most critical issues facing the students of Oklahoma City Public Schools? And then what are the solutions to those issues? Then we categorized what they said our issues were and what our solutions were, and we came up with 4 statements of end results. When we arrive, which we think we are on our way to arriving at being a very successful district, we will know because Oklahoma City will be recognized statewide and nationally for its success in assuring the academic achievement of each child. We will have significant levels of family and community involvement in our school. We'll provide safe, orderly environments where everyone feels welcomed when they come into our school, and parents and community members know that their students are very safe and taken care of and receiving the education they need. And lastly, and we are most proud of this one, is that district leaders will be defined by the results they produce.
That's an important one.
That's very important. The consultant we work with shared a statement that a business leader had said, and that was, we will no longer be defined by the quality of our excuses. And so we really ran with that theme that as district leaders, we're the ones that should be held with the highest accountability. So we're very proud about recruiting and retaining and developing our district leaders. And we see our #1 key district leaders as our classroom teachers.
Why does the district this side need a strategic plan?
It's so easy for a district as large as we are, with some additional funding sources like Title I and other federal dollars and grants that maybe some other districts don't get, for us to just go off in so many different directions and try to support so many initiatives and start an initiative and stop it and begin another one and stop it. A strategic plan really keeps us focused on what the intention of our board is, and our board represents our community. It keeps us focused on students' academic success, which is the number one thing we're focused on. It also gives us a really great way to say no when people want to come and they have a great idea, and it sounds good, but it doesn't really fit a need that we've identified in the district. We can point to our strategic plan and say, that's wonderful, but it's not the direction we're going with our strategic plan. So it really helps us remain very laser-like focused on what our board and our community expects for our students. And since we did get student input and parent input, we're very comfortable with that.
I know the roadmap is really large. We have a lot of initiatives that we're going to tackle. How do you decide what we tackle when and developing that timeline?
Well, we do. There's 52 initiatives in the strategic plan, and the 52 initiatives are to be implemented over a 5-year period. We have put together 52 teams, one for each of the initiatives, and they look specifically at how to implement that specific initiative, and they don't focus on anything else but that one. But because there are 52, we've developed a 5-year calendar, and in the first year we have started about 13 of the 52 initiatives. The biggest year is the year that we're currently in. We're in the second year of the strategic plan, and this is the year that we will implement most of the initiatives. The third, fourth, and fifth year we have fewer initiatives, but we also have to carry on those first two and make certain that they are still being implemented with fidelity. And so we're trying to be very thoughtful in how we roll out the plan so that we don't do too much too fast. So we manage our resources. We don't want to try to do too many initiatives in 1 year. Financially, that's just not possible. We could also just kill our staff trying to do too much. And so we're trying to be thoughtful with the rollout.
Well, that's good. Well, we're not done just yet discussing the OKCPS District 5-year plan for success. When we come back, we'll talk about how you can get involved and where to track the district's progress so far. But first, let's take a look at Belle Isle Enterprise Middle School. Construction is moving right along there. The school students and staff held its groundbreaking in 2011 for the more than 450 students served. And here's a look at the celebration for Kaiser Elementary School. Construction at the school's new building is complete with a renovated cafeteria and plenty of room for the Kaiser Kangaroos. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Maps for Kids Showcase. On your screen right now is a look at some very important dates for Oklahoma City Public Schools. The most important you see there is August 1st, when our students return to class, and it is very important to be there on the first day. And that August 1st start date is part of the continuous learning calendar that the district implemented last year. And Ms. Park, we know that the continuous learning calendar is an initiative on the 5-year strategic plan. What are some of the other things that are already in place?
Well, one of the other initiatives is going to full-day 4-year-old programs across our district. We're so excited. In the last 5 years, we've gone to full-day kindergarten, and now we're in a rollout plan of full-day 4-year-old programs across the district. So each year we're adding 30 additional classrooms so that every 4-year-old in Oklahoma City Public School District has the opportunity to go to school full day.
Great.
We're also transitioning all of our high schools to academies. We have a great partnership with the City of Oklahoma City for the academies, as well as many other very thoughtful folks around our community that are getting involved in helping our high schools develop the academies. And an academy means that the students will focus on an area such as technology or engineering or the medical field. They opt into the academy, and we'll provide transportation from anywhere in the city to whichever academy they want to go to.
That's great.
It's wonderful, and we think that it's going to provide a lot of relevance for our high school students as they focus on what they're going to do when they graduate.
Another important initiative already in place is Teach for America, which is really exciting.
We are excited. We've had our first year with Teach for America. The students did absolutely wonderful, except they're not students. They're corps members.
Yes.
They're college graduates that opt to go into teaching in an urban setting for a couple of years before they go out to their chosen career paths. We are so excited about them. They bring a level of energy, a level of professionalism. They have very high expectations from Teach for America as well as from our principals. They work very closely with our staff that's hired already in the buildings. Hopefully the students don't know who are Teach for America teachers and who are regular staff teachers. But just to have options and other ideas and other frameworks in our schools, because we are such a large district, is wonderful for our kids. Next year we will add 90 additional Teach for America
all across
teachers
the district.
all across the district. We target some of our schools that are in higher need. We also have targeted our early childhood initiative with some Teach for America core members and special ed. So we're pretty excited about what we're seeing in the Teach for America classrooms.
And I know from the beginning we involved the community in developing this plan. So are there opportunities if people are watching and want to get involved and help us in the strategic plan? Are there opportunities? If so, how do they go about that?
Well, there's several opportunities actually. We do have district working teams. The district working teams are appointed by our board. We are getting ready to really launch our district working teams, and they'll help us focus on the initiatives. Each of the team members that we talked about, or the teams for the initiatives, will report back to the district working teams, and they'll give them some community perspective on what we're doing. Each of our schools have community advisory boards that will also help them fulfill their goals, and so that's another way they can get involved. But we have the 5-year plan listed on our webpage, and each team member is listed with that. And so if there's a particular initiative one of our community members would like to become involved with, they can call that team member and ask to be a part of that team and help give advice and ideas and just help us communicate back to our community what we're doing. So we have many different ways.
And I know you pretty much answered my next question, which is how can you track it, but our website has a lot of information on our progress and also how to get involved, which is OKCPS.org.
That's correct. So you can click on the strategic plan link, and it'll take you to a strategic plan website. That'll have updates. We also do a monthly update for our Board of Education. It is primarily for the Board of Education, just telling them the progress. So the information on the web might be a little bit better for the public, and then we try to update some community groups like our city council members, and we give updates to our foundation from time to time as well.
Well, thank you so much for being
Absolutely.
on the showcase today, Mrs. Park. When we come back, you'll meet the top teacher in OKCPS and find out what he's doing in the classroom to change the lives of students. But as we head to break, here's a look at some of the great guests who visited OKCPS this past school year. You'll be surprised and see how many you recognize.
Could you stand a little fun in your life? Then look no further. The Oklahoma River Cruises tour the beautiful Oklahoma River. You can enjoy a fun-filled, family-friendly, climate-controlled adventure you won't forget, offering public cruises, exciting theme cruises, and private cruises tailored to your needs. Book your fun-filled cruise today. Log on to okrivercruises.com. Oklahoma River Cruises. Get on board.
Welcome back to the Maps for Kids Showcase. Each year, the Oklahoma City Public School District selects a Teacher of the Year to represent the district at the state competition. In the past, OKCPS has had several District Teacher of the Year candidates go on to become finalists for OK Teacher of the Year. And they've even won the state title as well. Well, this year, Daniel Buckmaster, a science teacher at Belle Isle Enterprise Middle School, has been selected as the top Teacher of the Year. Congratulations,
Thank
first
you
and
very
foremost.
much.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
I'm glad to be here.
I know we have some great teachers in this school district, so you were up against some tough competition, including your dear wife, who I love as well.
That's right. I was, me and my wife were both selected by our schools to be the building teacher of the year. And then out of 2,000 teachers in Oklahoma City, you know, I had to compete against, there was a selection committee that picked 9 finalists. And out of those 9, my wife was one of them. Couldn't believe it, but it was a positive thing because we were there pushing each other. A lot of people don't know this, but the selection process is really tough. You have to do a lot of work. You have to make a video. You have to write papers. You have to go through lots of interviews. And we were there the whole time just pushing each other, saying, you can do it, you can do it, you know, rooting for each other. And so when they announced my name, I was so excited. I found her, gave her a big hug on stage, and then I went and dedicated the award to her because I couldn't have done it without her. Yeah.
So sweet. And I've talked to her before. She said, I'm glad that he won because I don't like doing public speaking.
Right,
so
exactly.
I would have to twist her arm to come on the show today.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you won as well. We have great teachers in the school district. I know that you are absolutely talented. So give us some background on your teacher credentials and what you've been through.
Sure. Well, I have my bachelor's in science education. Then I went and got my teaching in Oklahoma City. I went and got my master's in teaching English as a second language.
Wow.
I'm currently working on my doctorate for school leadership. This last year, I just got my national board certification.
Congratulations.
Very excited about that. I've been a 6th grade science teacher for 7 years, and 4 years at Jefferson Middle School and 3 years at Belle Isle, and I hope to continue to be a 6th grade science teacher for many, many years. I absolutely love my job.
You love 6th grade. I have a 13-year-old nephew, so I know the middle school age can be difficult, but it's a special calling for people.
Exactly, right.
What do you love about being a teacher and leading a classroom full of middle school kids?
I love almost everything about my job. I love my job. I love planning lessons. I love facilitating discussions with the kids. I love setting up labs and seeing them work with their equipment. It's just amazing. But the thing I love the most about being a teacher is getting to know the students. And in Oklahoma City, we have great, wonderful students, and they're thoughtful and kind and smart. And but probably the most exciting thing about our students is to see their potential and see what they can do. When I give them a problem or a project to do and to work together, to just see their brilliance and what they're capable of is just amazing. And it really gives me hope, not only for their future, but for the future of our city and our state and our country.
Wow, that's great. I'm so glad that you love it as well because we're so happy to have you here. As the top teacher of the school district, you're going to inspire teachers across our school district. How do you plan to do that? What are your plans for your reign as district teacher of the year?
First and foremost, I have to lead by example. So the best thing that I can do is I need to be the best teacher that I can be next year. And so I need to continue to improve, to continue to work on my performance as a teacher. I also want to encourage my colleagues to go out and to not try to do it alone. I've made a career out of surrounding myself with people that have been able to help me become better as a teacher. And so I want to encourage all the colleagues to go out and find those mentors, those peer mentors, those people who lift you up and make you a better teacher. And if I can do that for you, I would love to do it. It'd be my honor. And then finally, I really want to serve as a reminder to what a teacher can do. I came from a household that was, we were very poor. My father was an alcoholic. There was drug abuse in my house. And I had a lot of chances to go into some pretty dark paths.
You're down the wrong path.
Exactly. But my school teachers, my schools that gave me the hope and the future that I was looking for. And so I want to just remind my colleagues that every day we have that opportunity to make that kind of difference.
Absolutely. Well, school starts August 1st, as we've been saying. What do you have planned for next school year for the students?
I'm ready to go. My class is all about is a science class, so it's all about becoming a scientist. And it's not about becoming a scientist in 10 years after they're done with college. It's about becoming a scientist now. And so we do, every class we're doing science. And so anything from chemistry with chemical reactions to physics with finding the force of a toy car has when it hits something, and from biology where we actually journal real organisms in many ecosystems that they have right in front of their eyes.
Wow.
And so they do an engineering project. They're going to be doing a science fair project where they get to test their own ideas, their own curiosities, and so I'm excited. And I have some new ideas this year that I'm excited about, and I'm ready to go. Is it August 1st yet?
No, we still have a couple more weeks.
Oh, man. I'm ready.
I really appreciate and can see the passion that you have for teaching, and I know that our students will benefit from this. And as your reign for District Teacher of the Year, our teachers across the district will as well. So thank you so much for being on the showcase and for what you do for our students in our district.
Thank you very much.
Well, that is a wrap for this month's Map for Kids Showcase. This show will air monthly on City Channel 20 and highlight programs, improvements, and partnerships that affect our city schools. For more information on the Map for Kids project, please visit okc.gov, and for more information on Oklahoma City Public Schools, visit okcps.org. We're all on Twitter and Facebook, so connect with us. That's for the city and for the school district. I'm your host, Teirney Tinnin. Thanks so much for joining us.